My name's Adam DeGroot. I'm the president and CEO of DeGroot Logistics and also 4D Farm Product Sales. So DeGroot Logistics is a freight brokerage company based in the United States in Chicago. We specialize in arranging transportation services for shippers in the food space, primarily. Refrigerated transportation is what we focus on. And the second company, 4D Farm Product Sales, specializes in sales and distribution of fruit and vegetable commodities around the U.S. So we work with farms and food processors, retailers, food service companies, and do a lot of sourcing work there too. We've worked with Algoworks for the better part of 2020, and we have a small team based in Chicago. We've got about 25 people that work in Salesforce primarily for these two different companies, and we don't have any sort of technical skill sets on our staff. So we've always worked with outside partners to help kind of build out our systems and maintain the tools that our sales teams use for both companies. So we reached out to start the engagement. I think it was this spring, and we've done a number of different projects relating to, managing vendor selection processes, like just better organizing our anything related to customer data, call functionality, our phone systems, and all that. A really large project that we had was the Lightning, the Salesforce transition from Classic to Lightning, which was a pretty large, a task that we would have a hard time managing on our own, but it's really unlocked a lot of the benefits and investments that Salesforce has made in their own platform too. So yeah, we've been able to be nimble and a multitude of different projects. We've got a pretty diverse roadmap for what we're going to continue to work on, and we feel it's definitely an edge, just being kind of building our business on the Salesforce foundation, and looking forward to all sorts of future work too. Well, I didn't. I won't take the credit for that one, but one of the associates that we had worked with in the past, who was a Salesforce admin himself, had a pretty rigorous search and selection process. Considered quite a few different companies that were both onshore, primarily here in the U.S., and then some that were fully offshore as well. So it was that we kind of looked at it from a lot of different angles. Cost, of course, was high priority, but for us, the speed and just promptness of that was kind of something that we put a high priority on. The quality of the work, how much rework has to be done, and we've been very happy with the results for sure. But it was a pretty intensive process, I would say, that lasted a couple months. It's been overall, I've been very satisfied with it. That's one of the reasons why I was glad to do this call for sure. I think what's been impressive is just the precision and communications and the timeliness. Really, there hasn't been, whether it's managing a team or vendors or anything, there's the communicating something multiple times can always be, source of frustration. I don't think that's happened once. I think that you guys do a great job of understanding, mapping out the scopes of each project. We've bounced around on a lot of different projects, the work that we've done, and it's been in different Salesforce environments too. So you guys do a really effective job of understanding and just making the right inquiries early on too, and even recommending some things that were outside of what we originally planned to. So we feel that it's allowed the whole just that whole process that you clearly communicate time frames to completion and things like that. I feel like and this isn't the case with some other vendors we work with. You guys have some of the most kind of succinct and precise communications. You do a great job of setting expectations on our end too. So that's definitely appreciated for sure. Yeah, I mean, aside from, like I mentioned, the Lightning upgrade was very substantial. I think we, with our produce brokerage system before, we had kind of a hodgepodge of different software and tools with how we tracked orders and how we kind of how we utilize the CRM, and moving to Lightning has allowed us to kind of bring everything onto Salesforce, and even accounting functionality we have there, and it's allowed. We didn't plan for it, like nobody planned, obviously, for having to support a full work from home staff, but it's been a relatively seamless transition just because we've kind of been able to, one, be flexible and have a pretty quick turnaround on any updates we've needed to execute, and just building everything on the Salesforce platform in the first place, has made that pretty relatively easy. So in our logistics business, we constantly, it's always vendor selection is a huge priority, and that's kind of where we look to have an edge as well. We select the best performing carriers and kind of analyze among thousands of options at any given time too. So we've done a number of projects that have been been very effective, I guess, in that regard, for sure. So we're constantly, for being a relatively small company in some pretty competitive industries, I think this is definitely that the nature of the relationship has allowed us to be pretty effective on the tech development side in a pretty lean manner too. So yeah, pleased with that overall, for sure. Yeah, I would. I definitely would say so. I'd have to be pretty selective about who. I was going to say I don't want to keep you guys all to myself, for sure, but yeah, no, I'd be glad to. Definitely interested and would like to see you guys be successful, and you've helped us do that in a certain way. So yeah, would be glad to. No, I just want to appreciate what you guys done so far. This is just like I said, I kind of outlined before. It was kind of a active decision to not, we want to stay focused on the industries that we're working in, our circle of competence. I don't have any sort of technical background or any skill set with kind of advanced levels of Salesforce admin work or program or anything like that. So it's been really important and a huge priority, essential priority, really, to find a partner that can kind of fill in those gaps and do it in a way. And my kind of challenge and concern is always having people, that while that work is essential, not having that technical background, one of the challenges is always communicating specs sufficiently and just kind of understanding, business processes, and that's been one of the more seamless parts of our relationship too. I feel like that's been not a challenge at all, and working with some developers or specialists that can be, they can be extremely skilled and have a total understanding of capability of whatever technology, but if you can't effectively communicate a business process into technical specs, then you're not going to be successful with that. And that's that's been one of the strongest parts of our relationship too. So I appreciate that very much. I've once or twice in my life tried to go down the path of becoming an expert in like Apex and all these things, and I always get far enough to where I'm just glad I don't have to at that point. Let me say that. So no, appreciate you guys. Hope you keep up the good work, for sure, and look forward to doing a lot more with you. So.